morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. It is a condensed live stream today. So far, yesterday was a pretty jam-packed trading day, and I hope that you guys were hedged. We've been talking about being hedged for a while now on this live stream, and if you've been following along, I feel like you would be in a really good position right now. Also, for those of you that have attended the live stream for a while and was following along with my CCIV position, boomba clat, we hit that one right on the nail. Perfect setup, perfect execution. We knew the merger was coming ahead of time. We got those perfect contracts. We hit the 50 puts on the nail. Now they are out of the money and we are safe. And honestly, I wouldn't even mind getting assigned 100 shares. In fact, I actually do want to get assigned 100 shares at this point so that I can get the shares for a very low cost basis. At this point, if I sold another put on top, and on top of the one that I have and close out the existing ones, I would probably get the shares for free. But a little more on that on a separate time. I can probably answer a question like that. I'm planning to record a video to explain that deeper, and I will in the next coming few days, so that you guys can get an idea and understand why and how this happened, or how I got myself into the situation, which had almost no downside. So I'll definitely be making a video about that, but then at the same time, I'll try to explain a little bit of it today. I think somebody was asking a question about it in the chat. Raymond, yeah, he was asking about it. And so maybe I'll try to explain to you guys what happened and how did I get myself into such a great position. I think TOS is spazzing out this morning. Shows my VIX contracts are at a complete loss, which is completely untrue because the VIX is up. So TOS kind of spazzing out today. We have some really nice hedged positions here, which are going to open up today nicely. Yeah, the hedges are going to pay today. Of course, our CCIV position is up nicely, 70% on the 30 put and almost 50% on the 50 put right now. That's the power of Theta Burn and IV Crush, if you know how to use it. And so, you know, just kind of being on the right side at the right time when premiums were high really paid out. A very, very massive delivery on this one, all for doing nothing. I literally sat on my bum and did nothing with this trade, and it was a great trade. So I'll get into that in a second. We have a lot to cover today. I'm going to cover the fundamentals of PDD, the company itself, what it does, and then also the intrinsic valuation of the business. And then we'll go through the technicals as well. Full disclosure, I did take a position yesterday upon doing my own analysis and seeing a little bit of flow come in. There was some very out the money flow coming in, and obviously this is in a little bit of a loss right now. But I think I'm fully going to be holding this contract for a while and expecting to play this up for a little bit of time. So more on PDD in a second here, and we have earnings also coming up on the 17th of March. So we'll see how this company does. I think that it's going to actually do pretty well. So more on this later. Let's go through the usual live stream setup here. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing? What's up, Mark? How you doing, Kyle? GS, good morning. You all first time watching. Welcome in, man. GS, welcome in. If this is your first time on the stream, make sure you smash the like button, guys. That's the only thing that I ask for when you come onto the stream. Or you could just lightly tap it. The thumbs up. That's the thing that you got to do. You got to help me out with that. If you don't want to donate to the stream, you don't want to do nothing, just help me lightly tap. Just lightly tap the like button. I appreciate that. What's up, Susie? Welcome back. Heston, Raymond, what's up? What's up, Raj? Alex, Alyon, what up? What up? And Darrell, what's up? Seabass, good morning, guys. Welcome back. Appreciate you guys taking your time out to be here on this stream. Bloomberg here reporting just kind of whatever. Bitcoin scales 56, 51,000, 52,000, 56,000, whatever. I honestly don't care about cryptos at this point. Not really my cup of tea. If you're been playing cryptos and you're making hella money, that's good for you. I really think that you should probably think about scaling out your positions. Just saying. Okay. So let's see. U.S. yields slip from 1 year high. Stock markets drop. Okay. And then something about UK. Baidu has been on a rally. All Chinese stocks have been on an insane rally. We've been talking about the Chinese stock rally for how long now, stream? I think we've been talking about this for a couple months now. I've been talking about it since last year, ever since we first started. I said the Chinese stock market is still very, very young, still has lots of room to go, and they're majority tech companies, and they're going to continue to be bid up, they continue to buy up, they're going to continue to run, and that's exactly happening. Obviously, now is a bad time to get in. Everything's pretty overbought. So wait for those pullbacks, wait for the time when people get irrationally exuberant the other way completely, and then we can start to take those positions for ourselves in the future. Okay. U.S.-China battle for Bitcoin mining supremacy. Okay. Dogecoin has a top dog worth 2.1 billion. Wow. Interesting. That is definitely some very gray stuff. Stock futures waver ahead of retail sales data. That's what we have today. Retail sales data. And we'll see if we can actually get positive retail sales data. That will be something to watch today. For sure. And then also there was a purchase by Buffett. I think Chevron and Verizon. Those are literally the only two stocks that are up pre-market today. I think amongst everything else, yeah. Verizon and Chevron. And then a bunch of oil players are up. We took a position in BP. I want to say, 2 days ago. I already closed half of my position out for profits. I'm letting the other half run. This is a really great trade, up about 100% so far. I took about 6 contracts, and now I'm left with 3. It's doing pretty well. And I think that oil and exploration stocks are going to be continuing to do well. If you watched our weekly webinar, which has been posted, by the way, you guys, if you haven't watched that one, seriously, take some time out, go watch that video. This one right here, can the bubble get bigger? I talk about what the plays are for the next few weeks, and we cover a lot of extensive topics there. So make sure you go check it out. Leave a like, leave a comment. I truly appreciate it, guys. If you can go and leave a like and a comment on all these videos, that's just one small thing that I can ask from you guys to help me with growing the EGA tribe. Okay. So they bought 8.6 billion in Verizon and 4.1 billion in Chevron, which is relatively a small part of Buffett's cash pile. I want to say about 10% or so, maybe less than 10% even, maybe like 8% or something. So not really a big investment, and he's buying things that are actually pretty decent investments. Chevron's pretty undervalued at this price, even though all oil stocks are still pretty undervalued. So Buffett would never buy something unless it's a long-term value holder. He's a value-driven investor. Okay, completely different strategy altogether, right? So that's your pre-market here. It looks very flat. Everything's trading very flat. Tesla down 1.2%. We saw a lot of Tesla puts come in yesterday, by the way. That was some interesting stuff. We didn't expect Tesla to drop that much, but it did. So it is what it is. Treasury yields here going even higher. Bond appetite just falling through here completely. You remember we watched this every single live stream in a bid to see when these are going to start to turn around, to see when that risk-off mentality comes on. And so we'll see what happens in these markets ever so slightly during that time. Retail sales news just came out, huh? Okay, let's have a look. Much better than expected. Core retail sales 5.9%. That's much better than expected. That's good. I don't know how the market's going to price this in, but I don't think that it's really about the retail sales at this point. I think it's more than that. Remember today Baidu is going to be reporting earnings. The market's been pricing in earnings positive beat for Baidu for about a week now. And we saw some very bullish out the money flow come in, which might still be there or might not still be there. And so we'll see what happens with Baidu today. It might continue running today, who knows. So Treasury rates pretty much hitting all-time high at this point for the time being, right, for this year. We've been tracking this for an entire month and watching these like a hawk because we want to see when these start to stabilize. That's when you get your risk-off mentality, right? When people start jumping into treasuries. In terms of insiders trading, let's have a look here real quick. MasterCard Foundation. Okay. They sold a little bit. Let's see, what is this? 15%. Cisco EVP sold 15% of his stock. CME, whatever this company is, this one, and Moderna CEO sold a little bit. Let's see, Uber. Okay. Mark Zuckerberg continues to unload his Facebook shares on a weekly basis, pretty much at this point, right? He's been selling his Facebook shares on a weekly basis. You can see he sold some on the 11th, some on the 12th. He continues to sell his shares. I think it must be a scheduled kind of a sell. So make sure, keep your eyes out for Facebook. Facebook rallied out of this triangle, though. So it looks like a buy right now. Consolidation right here is great. I think I like this for the time being. Playing this to the upside makes sense. Targets for Facebook to the upside would be definitely up here at the $300 levels. This is where the rally for Facebook would end up leading if it does rally to the $300 levels right here, which is where our target's at. This is where we see the next supply zone up here, and it lines up perfectly with our 61.8 golden pocket here. Of course, based on our technical analysis purely. Fundamentally, this stock is actually valued at around $300 based on my calculations. So this would make sense for Facebook right here. Okay. We'll delete that fib away and leave this one here. Okay. Cool. I'll get into PV in a second here. Let me answer some of the things on the chat here. Let's look at the pre-market as well. So, sundial growers, dogness, Okay. Nothing much here. Anything moving on the Dow? Verizon only and Chevron, those two only. Same thing here. ExxonMobil driving up a little bit. Occidental Petroleum as well. Oil stocks kind of moving. JD up 3%, I think, on a positive earnings beat. Okay, great. Not much here. Let's have a look at these pre-market movers here. Verizon, Nectar is up 10%. That's Wowie, CBOE. They own pretty much some indexes. Okay. Not much here, honestly. Not really that much here. Okay. Let me answer some of the questions from the chat. Okay, first things first. I don't know if you guys know, but we actually put out a secular trends report. I've pinned it to the top of the chat if you go have a look at it. Here's what the secular trends... You can get the secular trends report at the bottom of this page if you click on it. This page also doubles up as a informational page that gives you information about the fundamentals of trading course, which is our beginners course. If you're interested to learn about options trading and you want to learn from me directly, my trading style and my trading system, you can enroll into our course, which starts on March 8th to March 12th. Okay, this is wave number 16 of this course, and it is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time every single day. And these are recorded classes, which will be live. Okay, they are live classes that will be recorded and sent to you every day in case you can't attend. Okay, the curriculum and everything that you will need to know about the course is all here for you to go through and have a look at it. You can even read about me, your instructor, what my background is in finance and trading, what I do, and how I've got to the point where I have. Okay, and yeah, so this is your curriculum right here. You'll be understanding what we're going to be doing in there, and then some frequently asked questions. And if you scroll to the bottom here, you put your name and your email address, you can download our secular trends report, which will be sent to your email. Okay, so just putting that out there for people that don't know that this is available for you guys now. Okay, you can go download the free report. It's a very, very good report to have. Just saying. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Morning T, on your CCIB trade, in theory, wouldn't a $50 put that's already in the money be risky to get assigned without knowing, being sure a big move upwards was coming? I did not know a big move upwards was coming, and the whole point of selling the $50 put was to get assigned. When I sold this $50 put, I wanted to get assigned a $50 put. That's the reason why I sold it. I never sell puts unless I am okay with being assigned. That's rule number one of selling premiums. Okay, so never ever sell premiums unless you are okay with being assigned. Number one. Number two, if you look at the cost basis of how much I would actually end up with the price of these shares, if I was assigned the $50 put, that means my $30 put would be out the money, which would expire worthless. That means I collected $21 on this put, plus I would collect $26 on the sold $50 put. That leaves me with the $47 premium collected. I would be assigned those shares at $50 minus the premium of $47. That leaves me with only my cost basis of $3 per share, FYI, on CCIB. I am okay with owning CCIB for $3 a share. I don't know about you, but I think that's a great price to own shares at. Hope that makes sense. That's a very, very simple breakdown. But I'll be doing another video to break it down in a more complex manner so you can understand it from start to end, what I did and how I did it or why I did it, so that you can understand it. Okay. But in a nutshell, Raymond, that's the explanation to your question, and I hope that it was helpful to understanding. Okay. Let's see here. 59 of you guys, can we get some like button smashes? Can we? Who can help me smash the like button today? I'll tap it. I don't want to break my phone. Thank you for that. Nah, smack the shit out of the. Do you cover swing trades? Do you cover swing trade stocks? Yes, I cover everything. Bad and Bougie here. Yeah, what's up, Vita? How you doing? Jeffrey, what's up? Any thoughts on net to the upside price target $90 plus? Why are you selling the upside $90 plus? Can you maybe perhaps give me some information on why you are very bullish on this stock, or explain to me why? It does look like it's in an uptrend. I mean, I probably see that too, but probably a good time to buy it too. But I definitely want to know more information about why you think it's worth $90. Hey T, are warrants like insurance? I was reading about QS in reference to the ER. So warrants are a little different than options. Warrants, they give you the right to purchase a stocks at a certain price on a specific date. But the difference between the option and the warrant is that option is is between two people. So that's the difference. One is between two people. One is between you and the company. Okay. It's similar but not the same. Warrants are issued by, a company. It's like a source of capital for a company. You can like exercise a warrant basically. Okay, and they're basically the same things. They're still the put warrant and the call warrant. Exactly the same concept. So the company issues the warrants, but then options are usually written by another person. Like you can write an option if you wanted to. It just depends on what the market price is. Okay. Options are traded on a. The other difference is the options are traded on a options chain and warrants aren't. Warrants are offered through a company. So I hope you understand the difference. They're not like insurance necessarily, but they could be if you were to use it as insurance. Okay. Baba 287, call 219. I think Baba's earnings are already over, right? It looks great, man. I like this one. Sitting nicely on this support channel upside. I think Baba's going to go for a pretty bullish break here, to be honest. 287 makes sense. Yeah, but I think your expiry is too near, obviously. Your expiry is way too near. Isidoro. Definitely way too near expiry. You cannot get that kind of expiry. You got to go at least 3-4 weeks out. Just saying. Get that course. I got both beginner and intermediate. Best courses I've paid for, period. Better than college course. Thank you very much, man. Alion, I appreciate that kind words. Really do appreciate it. Okay. And then analyst upgrade on the 12th. Wow, nice job on the CCIV. I sold the $25 put. That's awesome. Even if you sold a $25 put, still great premiums on those. I think people are just overall, overpaying for contracts. So I'm willing to take advantage of that. Why not? Analyst upgrade on the 12th. I don't see any actual pattern with the downtrend. I see a discount on the stock and premiums are fairly priced. Okay. Well, I do see an uptrend. If you want to see it, you go on the 4-hour chart right here. You can see this is in a clear little channel right here. And it seems like a great time to either wait for it to come and bounce on this channel right here, or you could just start taking a position right here to the upside to play this for the next wave up. Pretty bullish. These moving averages are pretty spread out. I like it. And just remember one thing. Oh, they already reported earnings. Okay, got it. Go read the earnings report. Make sure that there's nothing that we're missing here, because you remember that you got to read the earnings report before you trade this. Okay. WHR 35210. WHR 35210. 210. I mean, it makes sense, but this is a tough one. I mean, I see the possibility, but I don't like the setup. I see the possibility, but I don't like the setup. But I'm gonna say you'll probably hit it anyway. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, I see immense amount of volume that has come in, but then I don't know. I just don't like this kind of a weird up down setup. It's not looking particularly bullish, but 210 seems like a decent strike, so I think you might end up getting there. Kill earnings with the stock drop because people were already pricing in the earnings. People took profits up here, and then the second wave of institutional buying came in here, and now you wait for the next wave up. That's what's happening. T, what's your take on companies and institutions investing in Bitcoin? It's a good thing for cryptocurrencies in general. I'm not a very firm believer in just Bitcoin. I think there's too much hype around just Bitcoin as an investment. I do believe in, decentralized finance. I believe in that. I believe in blockchain technology. I do like blockchain technology, but I would never buy this asset. I would never buy Bitcoin. Just my personal, it's just my personal preference. Like I would buy Ethereum, I would buy Ripple. Those are the two that I would buy, but I wouldn't buy Bitcoin because of just, the hype surrounding it. I never buy things that people want to buy, and I always buy things that people don't want to buy. It's simple as that. That's how you make money. I just keep it like short and simple. When nobody wants it, that's when I'll buy it, and when everybody wants it, that's when I won't buy it. It's simple as that. That's how you stay rich. That's how you stay knowledgeable, and that's how you stay woke. Woke, son. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously though, listen, everybody's running towards this investment. When your barber starts talking to you about, like, hey, like there are kids who are borrowing money and buying Bitcoin, that's when you know that something's in a bubble, right? Everybody knows about it now, right? And like, if you go and buy this thing while it's still going up and up and up, how do you know when it's going to drop? You know what I mean? And this thing is so, like, it can drop like 30% in a day without you noticing, okay? So, yeah, I don't like to surround myself around assets like that. Ask me to play 0-day options, though. Hell yeah, but not Bitcoin, It's just not my cup of tea. It's not something that has a valuation that I can say, oh, man, it went down because of this, It's all algorithmically driven, and I don't appreciate price structure like that. Okay, love. What's love? Lovesac. What does this company do? Specialty stores. 65 call. What is the market cap? 800 million? Bro, stay clear of this kind of company, man. Come on. You know better than that. 319, $65 calls. Okay. And why are you betting on a breakout here? Or is there a reason why? Like, do you have some catalyst? Like, what's the play here? Consolidation? And then another breakout? Is that what you're seeing? Possible? I mean, I won't say it's not possible. Let's see what they do. I don't even know. Oh, furniture. What? Modular furniture. Ah, okay. Interesting. I like modular furniture. That sounds dope. Let's see. I want to see some images of this. Okay, definitely not what I was looking for. Start looking for love stock images and that was funny. Oh boy. Let's see, what's their website? Love stock investor relations. I want to have a look at it. Lovesac, okay. Presentations. Let me just look at this real quick. Now, popular to people's contrary belief, the first thing that I look at is not this. The first thing I look at is this. Because this is what matters to me. Does this have a backing? And that's why I go to this. And you guys saw that the first thing that I do is I go look at what the hell the company does. Because if you can't even, really match the two things together, then you're wasting your freaking time. Oh, wow. This is actually looking pretty decent. Okay, then. They're even cash flow positive. That's good. Oh, wow. Wow. I want one of these. Guys, can someone buy one and send it to me, please? Oh, wow. This is awesome, actually. This is cool. This is really cool. Just the only thing that sucks about this is the fact that the market cap's really low. It's a small cap, huh? Must be a small cap. Let's see here. Disruptive model, traditional model, okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I do like it. I think that I wish there was a bit more market cap, but you know what? It is what it is. I do like it. 65 bucks for March. When did you say? 19th? Yep, hold it. Sure. Looks decent. I would like more volume though. And to be honest, I would have preferred it if you would wait for the breakout here and the consolidation above, the breakout and then consolidation above to the upside. That would be much better in my opinion. This looks good though. Looks good. Another thing to note here is that volume has been falling. So just be careful of that. This might have a pullback before it runs up again. So be careful. Give yourself another, 2 weeks. I would say by the first week of March, you got to decide what you want to do if you still haven't broken out here. Okay, just putting it out there. All right, that's your love breakdown. Thank you. I draw the channel now. Pay to attend the live stream. Of course, and always, Jeffrey, it always pays to attend the live stream. What do you think about Clove? 319, 1250. Going for $2.40. That's about what, 20? Wait a minute. That's 20% return. Yeah, possibly. You said for 319. Yeah, I would do it. I would do it. 20% return. Yep, sure. I like it. And I've done analysis on this company before. It's a good company. I mean, in terms of what they're doing, but remember that you got to value this as an insurance company. I mentioned this before. This company is invested in by Chamath Palihapitiya, right? The sensationalized eccentric billionaire. And then it's led by some other guy. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good return on investment. Why not? Still waiting for some LMT movements for my longs. You got to be patient with that one. LMT is a slow mover, but when it does, it's going to move. And remember, Democrats love spending on defense. So, please review 2 premiums you wrote on CCIV. I actually just did that, David. I did that like, I don't know, like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Or, yeah, 15 minutes ago. Live makes you spirit, big on love. IBM, like Lego furniture, so you can mix and match in any shape you desire. Yeah, I was going to suggest them for a sticker next week, but yeah, small cap, lots of room for growth. Okay, cool. Heard that a lot of interest going to small caps like that. New here, what indicator you use for the spot highs and lows? Welcome into the channel, first of all. Thanks for being here. Indicators for the highs and lows, it's called Pattern Smart by Swing High and Low. If you go to your indicators here and type Pattern Smart, you'll be able to find it. It's the one that's called Swing High, Low, Support and Resistance by Pattern Smart. It has 20,000 likes. There's no way to get it wrong. That's the indicator that I'm using to plot support and resistance. Okay. IBM. I'll do that one last, and then I'm going to go through PDD, which is our ticker of the week. We have quite a bit to cover on that one, so I will do that next. Okay, IBM, you said 130 calls for 618. That's really far away, and I think you should be okay. It's really far. Like, you're taking 130, that's fine, and you have like 4 months to improve your position. Why not? Hold it if you want. I mean, it's been trading in this range for a while, so I think at some point it will get there, so why not? Okay, let's take a break on this ticker breakdowns. Continue to post your ticker breakdowns into the channel, exactly like how everybody has been doing. Put your ticker, put your strike expiry, put whether it's a call or a put, and then put your everything there for me to make a judgment on it if you want me to break it down for you. And I'm going to do the breakdown of Pinduoduo, which is the company and ticker of the week this week. Now, I got to say, going into this analysis, I was a little skeptical whether this company was actually valued what it was, and I even mentioned very briefly that I didn't think that this company would be worth what it's actually trading at, okay? And I gotta say, my oh my, Am I freaking surprised? But right before I go through this, I want to say, smash the like button because you're here. Smash the like button because we do this on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And smash the like button because you're part of the EJA tribe. And thank you for taking your time out to being here and being a part of the EJA tribe. This takes hard work. This is nothing but hard work. I want to say, and I want to reiterate, that trading is not an easy profession. If you're planning to be a day trader, if you're planning to take this seriously, you have to put in lots of time, lots of effort, and lots of idea generation in order to get where you want to go, okay? And there is no other way to do that other than putting in hard work, okay? And so, welcome into the stream if you are here early in the morning and you're part of the 5 a.m. club or the 8 a.m. club, or you're just in Asia and you're part of the 10 p.m. club, you know, working late times, waking up early, trying to hustle, make it out there. I know the struggle. I know, I'm with you. I've been struggling for years now, okay? I've been hustling for years, literally. People who know me on a personal basis know that I have been working 2 jobs for a long time. And now, even so, while building EGA and everything that encompasses it, I still continue to do multiple side hustles, and I enjoy what I do. And so when you enjoy what you do, it don't matter what people say about you. It don't matter how much the haters hate. Why? Because you have that fire burning within you, and that's what I like to see. I like to see the fire burning within all of you, because the fact that you're here, I know that you're committed, and I know that you're willing to put in the work, which is what matters right now. All right, so let's get this done and let's make some money today. So let me go through PDD with you guys real quick. Also, right after this, I'll be jumping on a live trading session with my team on the Everyday Growth Advisors Discord community. I don't know if you guys are aware, but you can also sign up for our Discord community through our website. If you go to learncompoundgrow.com, you want to be a part of a community, you want to watch me trade live every single day. I trade live with the team every single day. It means you can watch me manage this portfolio right here, which is a $10,000 portfolio that is now up 32% year to date. Okay, we started with $10,000 in January, and now we're up 32% year to date. We're up $3,000 on this portfolio. And if you want to watch me manage this portfolio live every single day, then be a part of the EJA tribe. Welcome to the Discord community and be one of us. One of us. One of us. I'm just kidding. You can sign up through here. This is what we offer. These are all things that we do. Feel free to jump in and be a part of our community. Just want to put it out there. That's also a possibility for you. Okay, cool. So let's look at this first. So the first thing I want to point out about PDD, this stock, I am shocked. There are not many things that catch my attention, but this was one of them. So you have your traditional e-commerce businesses, and then you have PDD. So what are they doing, and how are they differentiating themselves from the traditional e-commerce business? So here's a pretty just simple breakdown. Okay, the first thing that you need to understand is what the business does. Okay, so the first thing that they do is this. Okay, so oh wait, this one. Okay. So let's say, that you and your friend, you guys love buying, I don't know, let's say you like buying fruits, sportswear, and stationery, okay? And then your other friend enjoys buying fashion, fruits, and furniture, okay? You guys have similar interests in terms of fruits, right? So what PDD does is matches you together and consolidates orders for both sides of the marketplace. It consolidates orders for the buy side, and it consolidates orders for the sell side. So let's say you have Mark, Annie, Jane, and Tom here, and all of you guys have different interests. But one thing connect you guys is fruits, let's say, for example. Well, okay, maybe you guys want to buy fruits on certain days, and maybe you prefer buying fruits on a certain day and somebody else buys fruits on a certain day. So let's say, for example, this guy wants to buy apples on Monday, this guy wants to buy pears on Thursday, and then this guy wants oranges on Tuesdays. Well, what PDD does is it aggregates demand and disperses it through the order chain. So it kind of uses an app to aggregate demand, puts the people who want apples on the same day and pears on the same day. And they say, okay guys, why don't we buy these apples on the same day on Monday together? What does this do? This gives you a discount and allows you to buy in bulk. So you're purchasing a bigger order, and you get a bigger order quantity purchase, but the orders go to separate people. What that happens is that you have a volume aggregation for merchants, people who are selling the product. So maybe you guys want to buy apples on a different day, and some people want to buy pears on a different day. What this does is it consolidates orders into buckets, and then your merchant's able to ship them out to you on two separate addresses. But what this does is increases the quantity demanded, and when the increase in quantity demanded, when the price is still the same, you can fight for a lower price. Okay, and so, one guy, the great thing that drives this chain forward is the social media aspect of it. This is what puts PDD apart from all the rest of the e-commerce sellers. Now, when you look at Baba, or you look at JD, or you look at Baidu, or any other company, what differentiates this company from the rest of them is they have social media integration with e-commerce, which means to say, maybe this guy, Mark, he wants to tell everybody about this deal that he's looking at about maybe earphones, right? And he tells Annie and whatever other 3 people that, hey, I have this deal for earphones. Do you want one too? And if you all 4 buy those earphones, you get a discount. So this really decentralizes and allows you to aggregate demand and supply in such a way that personalizes recommendations, and at the same time gives people a better aggregate strategy to purchase parity. Okay, this is one of the most innovative ways that I've seen people use social media in e-commerce, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. So you have lower cost of acquisition for existing buyers, propensity, which is driven by sharing and a desire to enjoy savings, which is pretty awesome if you think about it. I never really looked into the stocks too much, but looks freaking awesome, right? Don't you think so? And what this does is it leverages the existing buyers network, where they can access a large base of social network buying. Okay. And then on top of that, you have the close integration with popular social networks, enabling easy link sharing and existing buyer interactions. Okay, and then people who are inactive, they can become suddenly reactivated because of friends' recommendations. So it's like a constant loop. So you discover interesting value for money products, and it motivates more people to explore and more people to share. It's like a system that keeps you within it. This is something that I really find is great. What do you guys think? I mean, I think it's pretty awesome, right? So not only this, now they also use distributed AI infrastructure to power their recommendations, which is awesome, right? Data-driven technology. Now, obviously in America, people will be like, oh no, but you revalue our privacy and we don't want you collecting information. But in China, people don't care. There's so many people there. Save my info, I don't really care. That's what they say. Like, okay, as long as I'm getting a better deal. At the end of the day, if you save money, who cares about who has your information? Personally, I don't care. If Google wants to sell my information to some other company, I don't care, as long as I get a discount. Okay. So, multi-layer dynamic data input, where they have search, viewing, browser, and then purchase behavior data, transaction to path, and then social data, sharing, reviews, team purchase, everything. And this goes into their analytics application, and then they get luxury or groceries or whatever profiles, broader dynamic recommendations, and shopping interests, which might be overlooked by users, and then the possibility for a customized product. I think this was pretty awesome in my opinion. Okay, so they have a C2M model, which is usually something that people don't touch because it's hard to match customers to manufacturers, and this is what they do. It's pretty awesome in my opinion. So merchants and customers get to meet one another, and you get more tailored products, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So a farmer can be paired with consumer 1, consumer 2, consumer 3, consumer whatever number of people. Okay. And so, for example, they held a PIN agricultural goods event in Hebei's county, and they fetched 47,000 orders, helping farmers sell over 165 tons of garlic, generating 1 million RMB in sales for farmers, while reducing the retail price for garlic by 76%. So this is actually helping both sides of the demand and supply curve. It's actually shifting majority of the cost away of doing business, away from your, trucking and this and that, all away, and just keeping it very simple, meeting the supplier and the buyer. Okay. And here's another case study here. New brands initiatives. And so then the next thing goes like, okay, so what is their growth like, right? And then also like, how are they doing, right? Okay, so by the way, this is the company's metrics roughly, okay? And honestly, these alone are freaking crazy. Okay, they're like insane, seriously insane. The gross merchandise value was 1.2 trillion renminbi. Okay, guys, that's a lot. That's a lot, guys. All right, that's a lot. And then their active buyers were 628 million last year. Okay, 628 million. That's half the population of China, or more. More, maybe a little less than half. I don't know. Maybe less than half. Monthly average users, 487 million people are using the app on a monthly basis. And revenues are at 30 billion RMB. This is insane. Okay. Average daily orders are 65 million. And the employees that they have are 5,800, out of which 60% are engineers. So obviously all these values, divide them by 5 since they're in RMB. Okay. Especially for the RMB values. Oh, sorry, divide by 6 if you're in USD. In Singapore, that would be divided by 5. In US, it would be divided by 6. Okay. So you talk about this year, it's about $5 billion in revenue. And 1.2, let's say you divide it by, let's say 6, it's going to be 0.2. Yes, 0.2. 0.2 trillion. 2,000, wait, yeah, 0.2 trillion is, let's see, 1 trillion is 1,000 billion. So 0.2 trillion is going to be 200 billion. Yes, 200 billion in merchandise value. And then out of that, divided by 6, 5 billion. So 200 billion, let's say, was merchandise value. And this over here is 5 billion in revenue. Okay. So conversion rate, still pretty crazy for the numbers they're doing. Okay. Now, is this growth warranted? Is the stock price growth warranted? Now, I was really skeptical about this. I honestly, I have taken an extremely conservative approach to valuing this business because I am aware that this is a growth, it's a growth stock, okay? This is a growth stock. It's not a value stock, it's a growth stock. So this company is still growing. Obviously, it's going to be in a loss for a foreseeable future, okay? You can see here that return on equity is obviously still negative and net margins are still negative. They're not making any income, but the revenue is growing, okay, which is what you want to see for a growth company. Their debt levels are pretty low, and interest coverage are obviously negative here because they're borrowing money. They're borrowing money through raising capital. And, you know, in terms of merchandise and inventory, obviously, we can't look at the quick ratio. So we look at the current ratio here to give us a better guidance on where they are with assets and liabilities. Pretty okay. You remember, people, we always look at current ratio for the current assets over current liabilities for the year's assets over liabilities. So the current assets over the current liabilities will give you the current ratio, and that's above 1. So they have sufficient assets to cover liabilities. Okay. And the company is generating positive free cash flow. This is what is important to me personally. You know, their EBITDA is actually growing at a pretty good rate. You're looking at a 22 billion EBITDA here, okay, which is awesome. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, okay. So operating cash flow is at 22 billion, pretty awesome. And free cash flows at 22 billion. They're investing quite a fair bit of money. And they have $45 billion in cash. This is a solid business that's a growth business. And honestly, I think that this company, if it continues to grow at this rate, it can get pretty grotesque with valuation, okay? So let's look at revenue growth here. I was trying to really, you know, justify this valuation. That was the main thing for me, because you know how I am. I'm pretty conservative as an investor too. Growth for revenues have been, I don't know, this is crazy to me. From the first year, it 10x'd, and then the next year, it pretty much double x'd. And this year, we're probably looking at possibly another double X, okay, for 2020, all right? We'll know how this year did, I think, sometime coming soon. I want to say 17 March. That's Q4. If you look at Q3 results, they had, once again, $14 billion in revenues. Pretty awesome. 731 active buyers now. And average users still 643 million, which is 50% year-over-year growth. And the gross merchandise volume still continues to climb. Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy. The revenues and monetization rate also continues to climb. The cost structure continues to climb, but not higher than their revenue structure, which is great. They had one off month in Q3 of 2019, which is fine. And now they're inching towards profitability. Look at this. So obviously non-GAAP wise, attributable to ordinary shareholders, but they're obviously operating an operating loss because they're expanding their business. Okay. Balance sheet here, looking at cash equivalents are growing nicely, and that's their Q3 earnings put together. Short and sweet. I think it's awesome. Okay, so this is not needed, and okay, I'm done with this as well. So I had to do a 5-year DCF for this one because I only have 3 years of data. So this DCF might be slightly skewed. But overall, after taking a conservative valuation, let's say that the company doesn't 2x this year. I took a 70% growth instead of like 100% growth, which would be a 2x. I'm taking a 70% growth, conservative approach, and then a 50% growth for the next year, which I think would be actually more than a 70% because it's a growth company. And then a 30%, 25%, and a 25% here with the cash flows for revenues. We're looking at capex being about 0.3% for the next 5 years. Okay, you can see 0.3% capex. Working capital at 43% roughly, and then depreciation and amortization. I took a bit slightly higher just in case they have purchase of property, plant, equipment. Tax rate, they're not making money, so they're not going to be taxed, obviously. And the discount rate I took on the slightly higher side. Instead of the general flat 10%, I'm going a little higher on the 10.5 and the 9.5 instead of the 9 to 10 range. So even though this is an e-commerce company, I'm going to go ahead and say that they might have inventory cost. And so I'm going to make this kind of skew a little bit towards the higher side. That gives me a terminal value with the revenue exit multiple between 16.3 to 17.3, which brings the fair value to $245. This company is worth $245 for the 5-year cash flow, which is actually pretty interesting if you ask me. Okay, so right now now we can look at the technicals now that we understand what the fundamentals are here. So this thing is also in a very nice uptrend here, right? And it recently coming down and kind of consolidating in this triangle. We'll see if it continues to do so. Our intrinsic valuations up here, I've already put it in here, so I've penciled this into the chart here, and this will be here forever until we change it the next time around. But we see the medium-term supply at $230. This is where we see the target at. The 61.8 golden pockets right above us, and this seems to be about the supply zone that we will probably aim to target in the next coming weeks. Okay, running up to earnings. So this company is reporting earnings 17 March. I think this company can move pretty quickly towards this target. That's what I'm saying. All right. So I have taken a 26 February $235 call. This is a slightly risky play, but I took 2 contracts, and I'm willing to hold this till the end of this week and see what happens. Okay, that's the idea, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay. But all in all, I think this company looks like a great little nugget to purchase right now. Okay, growth company, looks good. Let me know if you guys found that interesting or helpful. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. I really do appreciate when you do that. And yeah, these breakdowns are fairly time consuming for me to kind of get through because of the amount of information that I have to find for you guys, and then the valuations on top of that. So I take a fair bit of time to do these, and I hope that helps you guys out, including technical analysis. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Now we have about 8 minutes left. I'm willing to take a couple more ticker breakdowns if you guys want. But apart from that, I'm pretty much done with the live stream today. And I hope that you guys gained some insightful information in this live stream. If you did, make sure you subscribe and come back to see us on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The next live stream on Friday will be going through a recap of the week, and also let's actually do real quick the SPY technical update here, because we haven't really done that for a while. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and delete all of this, and let's get another new fresh technical update here with SPY. So we have this your little wave up, wave down here, and SPY has a little bit of a demand zone right here. This is where the demand zone's at. And supply zone's actually above us, but we can take the supply zone to be this level right here, where we are right now. I think 379 is if we continue to slide, 379 seems like a very possible target here with SPY down to the 150 moving average. Maybe somewhere around here, the 384 is also very possible. But I think 380s are not out of question here for a retracement down before we continue the next wave up. That's for your SPY technical update. In terms of QQQ, we're looking at a similar target right here, down here at the 326 levels. This seems to be a possible a downside target here. More of an educational question, but what is downside of selling out the money cover calls on my portfolio every week, especially when comfortable selling at the strike price? There's no downside. Just don't do it for companies that have a high implied volatility. There's a way to calculate how much you should sell your covered calls at. I go through that in the intermediate course. What's the time frame would you say for the retracement? I'm using a 1 hour time frame. So that's a medium time frame, which means we're looking at a swing trade within 30 days or so. Within 30 days. Okay, excellent. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for attending the live stream. I'll see you guys back on Friday again. Appreciate you guys taking the time to be here. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out. And go drop a couple comments on my videos, guys. I really do appreciate all the comments you guys leave on my videos and the likes. It truly means a lot to me. And, this live stream has had, 5 people when I first started. And now, having 60, 70 people, 80 people on a daily basis is actually truly humbling. And so I do appreciate all of you guys being here. Have a great remaining rest of your day. And I will talk to you guys on Friday. Peace out. Love you all. And take care. Have a happy trading day. And the rest of the trading group, EJ Tribe, I'll see you on Zoom in a couple minutes here.